Over the past 48 hours, the Bard has listened to way too many different styles of music and is now on overload. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Tavern. On this episode, we're going to go back into the world of the Renegades and listen to a very recent song that Ren just released not that long ago. At least at the time of the recording this video, it was released about 3-4 days ago. So this is a very new Ren song. This one's called Sunflowers, Vincent's Tale Sunflowers. I think this might be another kind of, anthology that Ren will be doing again, considering we had what was the other one? Jenny and Stitch? I might have said the name wrong. So it might be very similar to that kind of thing. And I loved the storytelling that Ren did during that. So this is going to be kind of similar to it, that I'm like all for this. So it's going to be fun to end up listening to the good old storytelling of Ren again. So as always, make sure to support the original artist within the original video is in the description. And as always, let's just have some musical conversations together. So whatever you thought about the video as well, just kind of leave them in the comments below and let's have some discussions. I do read all of your comments as they come in, and it helps me to understand the stuff further from what I may not have gotten or the different interpretations. So please leave your comments. I always love reading them back. All right, without further ado, let's listen to Vincent's Tale, Sunflowers.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound.
Oh yeah, FYI, whenever we do Ren stuff, there's a content warning that'll probably come over here because a lot of Ren's things is very heavy, whether it has to do with murder, political stuff, suicide, mental health, wellness, all those things. So this will probably be a more of a mature video, just as kind of a heads up. So there's your content warning.
Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful...
Okay, so lots of waltz music recently. There's another waltz, but that glockenspiel at the beginning is haunting. And considering we start out with a news report about the 14-year-old girl found stabbed, this is a very haunting melody to kind of start out with there. Very effective. Immediately put me into this like, oh, I'm going to get chills just from listening to this. So, glockenspiel. If you want to make your music sound either horrifying or childlike, or both, because a lot of horror stories end up tending to start with sometimes, some kind of fatal issue with death or somebody a little bit younger from that, then yeah, add a glockenspiel. It does a lot to a song. It's creepy, because it sounds like a music box. Music boxes can be freaking creepy.
Stab wound.
God, I love it though.
A 14-year-old boy is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shade.
God, I love Ren's voice too.
The sunflowers will when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woes. We all fall down in London town.
Is this... Okay, first of all, those brass hits, dun, 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 dun. Is this also kind of a spoof on London Bridge is Falling Down? Which, essentially if you think about it, early version, all the not fairy tales, all the nursery rhymes that we teach children in school are very, very morbid in a lot of ways. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. It's literally about, people dying. Ring Around the Posies, Pocket Full of Posies was all about people dying from a plague. Like, is this just taking the concept of a death of a child and replicating it towards how London Bridge kind of goes? because we have a lot of the London Bridge is falling down lyrics to hear, which is creepy. I wonder if this guy that they're showing is the either is like the daughter, is the girl's father or something. I don't know. Like, is this what you come down to after finding out that your teenage daughter gets your young daughter gets stabbed to death, essentially? I don't know. It's those brass hits make it oomph. It's creepy. Damn! That just went from like soft and gentle to this kind of like screaming guttural thing up there. That's so cool to do it. As I think he's using the melody line of London Bridge, just creepier. Oh my god, that's so clever. Those brass hits help out so much too. That's so good. Woo. And we have a mariachi trumpet too. Damn. Woo. So that trumpet line there was showing the burning sunflower, you know, the death of a 14-year-old probably, which is why this is probably, I wonder if Vincent is the name of the guy that we see in here who is just kind of reminiscing about his daughter's death or something. I'm just all going by pure speculation from here, but the sunflower burning along with a trumpet kind of screaming, kind of very similar to the melody line that Ren just produced here, might just help out with kind of just putting this whole story together. God, that is creepy, and I love it. It's so effective. Plus, you know, you get a good brass player there playing something, whether it's trumpet, trombone, anything, and you automatically get me hooked too. I love brass instruments. They're like my favorite kind of it's my favorite thing to listen to as we're kind of analyzing and poking through stuff. It's fun. It's always so intense to listen to what something like a trumpet player can bring to kind of a haunting melody like this. It's so cool. Plus the trap drums at the background too. Planting seeds where the grass never grows. So also we're replacing all the instruments with like piano and strings and ahs and a's in the second verse, which helps to change the overall mood and timbre of this. And that's a cool way to kind of continue the story over here, is now we're talking a lot about the corporate machine from here. Like, what drove this girl to end up being stabbed, essentially? It had something to do with the corporate machine. Was it some kind of deeper overlaying? What happened? What happened with it? What second meaning are we going by this story right now?
Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows. But the grass, it stays greener in places unknown as we all fall down.
God. Using London Bridge to put your point across is so terrifying, and it's so good, and it's just, I'm creeped out. I'm creeped out by this, and I love it. It's perfect. It gives a perfect atmosphere using the lyrics plus the instrumentation and timbre of them to get this kind of sinking feeling that Ren loves to do with his music. It's phenomenal.
In places unknown as we all fall down in London town, shaky ground carries me.
His voice has such a range too. My God. I can never get tired of listening to Ren sing. And then using chiptune in the middle of this too to put into probably your bridge section there. Gosh, the amount of instrumentation he uses to change how all the verses are just it works out so well because you never know what you're going to hear next. And I think that's just kind of part of the creative genius that Ren does with this. It's phenomenal. I love the 8-bit sounds too. It's not something you typically hear within most modern music. God, he just... Ugh. Oh, that was a nice transition. And then a ticking. And then we use horror tropes in the middle of there with a ticking time bomb, and then with the ticking clock, with whispers in there, with someone just walking through there with the piano kind of making chordal, well, just cluster tones over there to give that feeling of dread. That's such a cool transition from just this like very eerie melodic line to pure terror at this point. Everything Ren does can be put into like a movie soundtrack and be just as brilliant. Gosh, he is... Why is someone so creative have to be so sick? I feel so bad for all the health issues he had, because I know he has had a terrible time releasing this because I think he needed another cell, another like stem implant or something. As at least I had heard that while he was recording this, he ended up having another flare or something like that. I do a little bit of research coming into some of these videos sometimes. So like the fact that he was still able to create this, even though he was probably going through probably a terrible, terrible health crisis again, is just, I have even more respect for him at that point. So it's hard to create when you are feeling like shit. And he just keeps putting banger after banger out. I have nothing but respect for Ren. But that whispers, God. It's just out of a horror movie now. Please listen to this with headphones in, because the whispers are coming from like both sides, because sometimes you hear the whispers in the left ear or sometimes in the right ear, and it makes it, excuse me, even creepier at that point. My gosh, it's so effective. It's so effective. Even the tick-tock, tick right, talk left, tick right, talk left. It makes you so uneasy, and it's beautiful, and it's so well done. Oh, I hate it, but I love it, but I hate it. And it just keeps getting faster. Oh, this is so anxiety-inducing. It's... Oh. Is someone at their lowest? That transition. Holy shit. Like, what is this going to be about? Is this just about someone's downfall after going through the system constantly and seeing all the death and destruction around him? Is that kind of what it felt like? It's like day by day by day, we slowly start going more insane, and it's, oh my god, there are times in Ren videos that I just stop, because it's hard not to just stop and listen to what's kind of going on. Like, I felt literally going insane listening to this, especially with the surround sound of the headphones and everything in here. It made me feel like I was going insane. Why is his music so effective in doing this? I am so interested in the rest of Vincent's Tale at this point. Like, this has me invested with just this. God, what happened to Vincent? Oh, we're gonna find out soon! Oh, yes! Sorry. Like, when Ren does videos like this that have this overarching storyline, I mean, Jenny and Scritch, or whatever the name was what hooked me onto Ren initially, with just the storytelling from here. So if we're going into that same kind of style with these recent music videos coming up, I am all for it. This is going to be another whirlwind of a journey, and I am all for it. There's so much new music coming out, like, out of all these artists that I've been following for since the start of my React career at this point, and there's a lot to look forward to. Let me know what you thought about this. The Renegades, you guys always have such interesting and unique things to say about Ren's music, and I want to hear from you guys as well. Let me know what you thought about this. If there's anything else you want me to react to, please put it in the comments. We're getting close to 3,000 followers. The goal by the end of this year is to get to 5K, so let's see if the Tavern can work together to hit into that. But so please, like, if you're not following yet, if you're not subscribed and you like this comment, subscribe, and there's a whole catalog of content for you to kind of enjoy from here. But again, please support the original artists for this stuff as well. I'm just here to end up spreading their music to you guys and having lovely music conversations. So thanks for hearing me ramble on forever about another music thing. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!